Hello, hi. I guess this is my second. I don't know. I guess this is my second video for this video diary thing. I don't know. I'm gonna be splitting these things up into topics, as long as I upload. So, today's topic question is: does it ever get better? I know it sounds like really basic, I guess, to some people, but I find myself questioning this a lot on a day-to-day basis. Does life ever get better? Because I've been stuck in this rut, or whatever you want to call it, for the past like 3 years now, maybe coming up on 4. I just exist, you know. I I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I have no, drive to do anything. I don't have motivation to do anything. I I I don't want to do anything. I have no desire, and I exist. I leech off of my parents. I'm just gonna say it out loud because that's how it is. I'm not gonna downplay it. I'm not gonna try to say it in a way that makes it sound makes it sound better than it is, but it really isn't. It's a horrible situation, and I really hope anyone watching this video will never have to go through this stuff. Because of my situation, I often find myself questioning this, Like, does it ever get better? Because so far, I don't think it does, and I don't think it ever will. You just become more numb. Ooh, golden apple. Okay. You just become more numb with each passing year. Life doesn't get better. It gets worse, or it stays at the same rate, except you just become more used to being pushed around. I took a gap year last year to quote unquote focus on my mental health, when in reality, I mean, I haven't been focusing on that at all. It's actually been getting worse, really, when I think about it. I don't think it will ever. I don't think it'll ever get to a point where I wake up and I think that, oh, today is actually a decent day. I'm looking forward to it. I don't think it will ever happen. Because why should it? Why should it be me? That's where I've gotten at this point, is where I don't even feel like I deserve anything. I just I wake up, I do my usual routine of wake going on my phone, and then turning on my PC, finding some food, and I spend the rest of my day on the computer. And I play story games as an excuse to say I did something productive because I'm experiencing some kind of media. When in reality, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just wasting time until, I don't know, I guess my parents kick me out and I'm homeless, or I I just die, I guess. I've tried to talk with myself, in my head, try to journal things out, write them down. I can't find a single reason to keep going, or like actually want to do things with my life, because I don't know. I wouldn't say it's my biggest worry, but it could be. Is will I like end up alone? Will I live my whole life alone? Is like I guess I should just say it's my biggest worry. That's like the question that haunts me. It keeps me up at night. I wake up with it. I see people on the street being happy together, like couples, and I just wonder, like, will I ever reach that, or will I be the cool uncle, the single uncle that just tells your friends, that just tells your, like, I don't know, friends' kids or siblings' kids, like, cool stories about his life because he doesn't have kids of his own. Will I be that to my friends, or will it eventually get better and I'll actually have a reason to wake up in the morning? Because right now I don't. I get out of bed solely because of the reason that I can't stay in bed for long after waking up, because my sides and my body starts to hurt when I lie down after waking up. Like if I stay in bed for hours after waking up, I will just be in pain. That is like the only reason why I still haven't, stayed in bed all day. I don't know. I like I said, I tried to reason with myself. I tried to motivate myself with not being a useless slob, like actually doing something with my life, and it just isn't there. My no matter what I try to scare myself with, like, I don't know, tell myself like, oh, you can't do this forever. You're like, I don't know, your parents are eventually gonna pass away, and you can't live with them until you're like 40, 50. You can't do that, and it just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't scare me. I don't know. There was like this switch that it just clicked when high school ended. When I graduated from high school. Ever since then, I've just not wanted to live. Is it weird to say that I physically felt the switch happen? Because I remember this moment very clearly. I was taking pictures of my parents and my grandparents because I graduated, right? And they wanted to take a picture of me. And as we were taking a picture, I was just sitting there, and then boom, snap, there it was. I just felt something go through my body, and ever since then I've been how I am. I haven't wanted to do anything for 3 years. I could have gotten into a school, and I guess you could say art school, because I was drawing and stuff, and that was my excuse to my parents, so they wouldn't worry about me, being useless and stuff. And that was my excuse. And then on the last day of being able to tell them, like, are you gonna be starting at the school or not, I told them, like, no, I won't. I'll be taking a gap year, maybe next year or something. And yeah, and now I missed out on school again. It's August as I'm recording this, and the the sign up thing to get in is gone. It closed in June, I think, so I'm 2 months late. Really isn't anything I can do anymore. I can just take another gap year and suffer. I don't know what I'm gonna do next year. If you're gonna ask me, like, do I have dreams? Yes, I do. Ever since I started playing guitar, I wanted to become a musician, artist, whatever, right? It's not going well, okay? I did record the song. It's not good. I don't want to ever release that thing. I don't want anyone else to have to hear what I made, because it's not good. I genuinely don't think it's a good song. I don't think it's worth listening to. Or maybe just me putting myself down. Like I talked before, I don't think it'll ever get better. I think life will just always be pain and suffering, but you'll just get used to it, You'll become number over time. It like hurts at first, and then as the years tick by, you realize that you realize that this is how life is, and you gotta get used to it. My life was pretty good, or is pretty, like, okay, It's just I'm a fuck up, I'm a screw up. Anyways, this has gone on for long enough, this ranting. Thank you everyone for coming by, stopping, for listening for so long. If you had similar experiences, feel, or anything like this, and you somehow got out of this, please let me know, because I am in desperate need of help. I'm not saying this as a joke. It really is true, and you can leave a comment or something, and I'll try my best to read it. I'll hoard it anyway, but I'll try my best to reply to it, because I'm not good at talking. I've never been good at talking to people, so I'll think of something, to reply with. And yeah, like I said before, thank you everyone for stopping by, and I'll see you next time when I need to get my feelings out, So
Bye bye.